Day 1. After arriving in Anchorage, Bob picked up his rental car and made the 6-hour drive to Denali National Park. He checked in at the Riley Creek campground near the park entrance and set up his tent. Eager to start exploring, Bob consulted his map and decided to hike the Savage River Loop Trail for his first day. This 2-mile trail followed along the raging Savage River, surrounded by beautiful Alaskan wilderness. Bob was thrilled to spot ducks swimming in a pond's 2-mile width, ground squirrels scurrying around collecting food for winter. As the trail climbed up through boreal forests, he got his first glimpse at the tall, imposing Outer Range Mountains. After finishing the loop, Bob cooked dinner on his camp stove and fell asleep in his tent under the bright midnight sun. Day 2. Bob awoke at sunrise and broke camp, ready to venture deeper into the park's back country. He took a shuttle bus along the unpaved Denali Park Road to the Eelson Visitor Center. From here, Bob backpacked 5 miles along the Thoroughfare Ridge Trail. He was awestruck by incredible views of the Alaska Range and even spotted Denali in the distance. Crossing the high alpine tundra, he saw herds of caribou with young calves munching on grassy vegetation. That evening at his backcountry campsite, Bob watched the sunset cast a beautiful glow on Denali Peak. Day 3. After a night spent admiring the northern lights from his tent, Bob headed out to hike the Rock Creek Trail. This path first passed through colorful fields of fireweed and lupine flowers. Further along the valley, Bob needed to cross the raging glacial waters of the creek. Using his trekking poles for balance, he carefully stepped across the slippery rocks. On the other side, the trail became steep and rocky as it climbed up toward the tree line. Bob scrambled over boulders and gullies, getting an adrenaline rush from the challenging terrain. At the ridge top, he took a break to enjoy stunning vistas of the Alaska Range before returning to his campsite for the night. Day 4. On his 4th day, Bob took a ranger-guided hike along the Savage Alpine Trail. As the group hiked up mountain passes, the ranger pointed out several types of alpine flora and explained the geological formations of the imposing peaks surrounding them. When they stopped for lunch near Savage River Camp, a curious ground squirrel came right up to Bob, begging for food scraps. Laughing, he tossed the critter a square granola bar. On the return hike, the group had to cross a raging glacial stream fed by melting snowfields above. Bob managed to jump across the frigid waters and make it safely to the other side. Day 5. For his last full day in Denali, Bob set out to conquer a high peak. He aimed to summit Mount Healy, a 12,000-foot mountain with sweeping views of the Alaska Range and park below. The ascent tested Bob's stamina as he hiked over steep, rocky terrain. But after a rough 6-hour climb, he made it to the narrow summit ridge. Here Bob stood in awe, taking in the breathtaking 360-degree panoramas. Though tired from his climb, he felt a deep sense of accomplishment to end his Denali adventure on such a high note. Day 6. On the morning of his departure, Bob took one more short hike along Horseshoe Lake Trail before breaking camp. Reflecting on his amazing week, exploring one of America's great wilderness areas, Bob knew this was a trip he would never forget. As the national park faded into the distance, he started dreaming of where his next adventure might take him. If you found this video helpful, informative, and/or entertaining, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching and listening.